What's up, Doggy Dojo? We're here. We're back. Today is a great, exciting day because this is the prep week for my Chopstyx, my French Bulldog, my new French Bulldog that is entering into the dog agility world. She is going to be starting her first agility trial this weekend. And I'm sitting here on Tuesday night doing some little prep and little things, and she is ready to go as well. We're gonna do some live training with her, maybe some weave polls. We did weave polls the other night, so I don't want to be redundant. So if there's something you'd like to see, if there's something you'd like to know about, like, okay, it's my first time ever doing a dog agility trial, or it's my first time my dog is ever doing a dog agility trial, what are the things I should be expecting or what I should be doing to get ready for the show? So my question is to you is, what questions do you have? Put them in the comments section down below, because I'm going to take y'all in hopefully an in-depth journey into prepping and competing this weekend. So tomorrow night, I get to bring her to a dog agility class. So that will be really good. As she's been to that facility before, I've done some practice training with her there. I'm going to put her through a run with my instructor there, because I don't know how many times she's actually gotten a chance to be in agility field with somebody else that wasn't me. So to give you some background or experience, I got her a little later in life, not too late, but like she had a little bit more nervousness or shyness around new things. And so once she knows what it is, and she's not really nervous about it at all, really. Once she's comfortable in the environment, she's not nervous at all. I'm very experienced at this because my dog Sushi was also a dog that has struggles with this as well. Not as much with Chopstyx. Chopstyx is definitely a little bit more faster to connecting the dots and going, oh, this is just like back at home or this other facility. And I noticed that greatly last night. Last night, I took her to a third facility. She trained at one facility. We took her to a second facility. She had a meltdown at that second facility around other people and other instructors. We worked for a couple months on bringing her confidence back up in that facility number 2. And then she was doing really good in that. So I brought her to facility number 3 to get her around a different instructor with talking and walking around her and things like that. And she rocked it. She, of course, was a little bit like, this is new. I don't know what's going on here. But overall, she absolutely rocked it, and she did a really good job. So tomorrow night we're going back to facility number 2 with an instructor in the ring, hopefully to that. And I'm thinking about filming some of that so that you guys can see that action. And then also, if you have any questions between now and tomorrow, that I can answer for you on that, or in the future video, I'll answer it as well. This weekend's show is happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'll be bringing you guys in on that as well. So thanks for joining me here. Now, though, I see we have one live viewer. Feel free to chat it up as we're talking here live, but also if you're watching this replay, I am watching the comment section for future video reference. But today, let's first talk about, like, before you get to the agility trial, like, what are those things that you think are nervous about? Like, what do you think you don't know expecting? One of my friends that's now a great friend in the sport, he figured out pretty quickly that, oh, you're supposed to bring your own crate to the agility show. It's like, that was never taught to him or told him. So he's like, oh, well, we walk the course, and he trained all in the backyard. Well, I walk the course. Where do I put my dog? Oh, I was supposed to bring a crate. So that first day, he had someone else hold his dog. Agility people can be really nice like that. And then so from there, he decided to proceed to, like, really grow in the sport. He's won some competitions. He's been doing fantastic. He's awesome. But there's things like that, like things you just don't know when you walk into the ring, like what's going on, what's happening. Like when I go to line up, what do I wait for? Well, you wait for the judge to, give a thumbs up to the timer and scribe, and you wait for that word go from, or ready or whatever, from either the judge themselves or the electronic timer. If I typically, what I do in that situation, just real quick, is I typically will look at the judge, see that they gave them a thumbs up, and then here they go. I've had situations where the timer and scribe are a little bit too excited. The judge isn't ready. He's resetting a bar, doing something, and they hit the word go, and he wasn't ready. So it's important to just first look at the judge. You see that he gave him the thumbs up. You wait for that sound to go, it's ready, because even the judge says it's time to go. Doesn't mean the timer and scribe is ready to go. So there's things like that. And when you you'll sometimes feel the pressure from the agility people to get up, line up, and go. There is a precedence to be like, okay, let's get up there. That's not like, give our dog a 5-minute pet session right at the first jump and, talk to him and give him a little pep talk before running. We're not doing that, but we are also, not necessarily like running and pulling your dog into the ring, throwing the agility leash away and just taking off and going. I'm sad to say that I've done that before because I run multiple dogs, and sometimes it feels like that. When you're running 4 of like the 8 dogs in a height class, it feels like that when you're running, putting that dog away while that dog's being put away, someone else is running, and then it's your turn next, and it's back and forth, back and forth. And I've been caught up in that pressure before. It never ends well. So take deep breaths and go through it. So things like that. If there's things that you're interested in learning more about when it comes to your first time going to an agility show, I'm here for you. This is what we're doing. I have not only Chopstyx, the French Bulldog, but I also have my Stabahoon Mochi in the next few months. Hopefully we'll also be showing as well. So Chopstyx is going to be probably jumping 12 inches eventually. But my instructor last night gave me a really solid advice because she knows that, yeah, she can do 12 inches. She's athletically inclined enough to do so. She is capable and she's fully at the height. She's not necessarily at the height of the 8-inch class, the height class below her, but you can do what's called preferred and you can lower it down 1. So she said, I would recommend if you're trying to build confidence and speed in this girl from the beginning at our first agility show ever, I would recommend jumping her at preferred height, which is going from 12 inches to the 8-inch height and going with it. And so I'm going to do that. That's one of the things I'm going to do. It's something I've never really done before, but it's going to do. All right, let's bring Chopstyx out. Let's get you all in here. Let's see if I can get this camera not looking at me, but looking at Chopstyx here. Let's do here. Here she is, because that's what y'all really want, right? Here, I'll just bring the camera over here, and then we can work that. Okay, hold on. Let's make sure here. I have a little camera here that's going to help us solve this issue. And then I'm going to select this beautiful French Bulldog named Chopstyx. And it's just going to follow her around so that you guys can see what she's doing. So one of the things that you could do at a show is you could also, before you run, like work on some warm-ups. So warm-ups can be anything from like spins, where you tell them spin to the left, get their kind of proprioception in gear, spin to the right. Warm-ups can also be the warm-up jump for some people, where they'll have a little jump or practice jump set to the side where you can warm them up and make sure they go over an obstacle. Warm-ups can be handshakes, Chopstyx, yes. Sorry, I'm dropping cookies everywhere. Warm-ups can be a sit to a stand and a down to a stand. Getting those muscles and the mind-body connections to her. Telling her to do a little search cookie and then do another little search cookie here, back and forth, running back and forth a little bit. Warm-ups can be walking them around 4 to 5 or 10 minutes before you run. You don't want to just take a dog out of a kennel and just throw him into the ring, if possible, at all possibles. It doesn't work really well. Trust me, I know this. I made these mistakes. I felt the pressure of the agility show environment, like I've told you all before, and I just throw my dog into the ring. It doesn't work very well. But this right here, I'm finding is my stand to downs, down to stands, back and forth, little puppy push-ups, really helps engage their whole body, getting them ready to go into those downward contacts, getting them ready to jump over the jump, get some collection in the rear, do those tight turns you need to. Same thing with tight turns, doing like this. If your dog is like in the practice area and they're off leash, you can also do some subtle little leg weaves. Oh, she's like, what's this? Watch out, little leg weaves. Yeah. Here, Chopstyx. Come here like this. Speaking of weaves, what we'll do next? Search, get it. Good job. Those kind of things to help your dog be highly successful. Those are kind of like some warm-up things you can do with your dog. Now, any other questions that let me know, but I'm going to go ahead and pull out the wee poles. Chopstyx, unlike Mochi, is a bit further along the path. So I'm going to try to get this wee pole. So she technically can do straight weaves. But we've been trying to practice on all different types of weave poles at all the different training facilities so that she's ready to rock and roll it. And you guys that were here at the Mochi training session, we talked about offsetting these weave poles. These are now kind of straight. So Mochi had and I talked to y'all about this before, that when you offset these weave poles, you don't want to offset them inappropriately. If you offset them like this, and the dog's entering with their right shoulder, that doesn't work very well. So you want to enter like this, a little bit like this, with their first pull on the left shoulder. I'm going to do just a slight bit of offsetness. I'm going to do some search cookies. We're going to have her do this thing. Search. Ready? Chopstyx. Leave. Yeah, search. Good girl. Very nice. Let's see if it catches. Search. Good girl. Super. I think it's following me around now, which is fine. Search. Good job. We're a little tight over here. Weave. Oh my goodness, it's okay. Toss us. Ready? Go weave. Yeah, search. Good job. Very good. Go back and forth. Oh, ready? Search. I'm hoping to get like camera 3 and 4 ready. I have a nice wide camera there. The battery's dead on it. And the battery chargers weren't charging the batteries. So we're doing this. Weave. Oopsie. It's okay. Try again. Search. Go through here. Ready? Weave. Yeah, search. Good job. Very good. All right. So good on the offset. Slightly offset weave poles. Oh my goodness. Can we do the straight poles, straight poles, straight poles? Can we do the straight poles here on this show? So now that, honestly, that it's, looking at the offset, I had them pointing towards the camera earlier because I wanted y'all to see that they're slightly offset. We'll go ahead and put them straight. And we're going to talk about what you got to do with weave poles. With Chopstyx, we are a little too lurery still. I'm not. I'm happy with her doing the search cookie and driving ahead a little bit. But if you saw Mochi last night, he's in a much better position with the offset weave poles, that he's actually driving through the poles, whether I'm behind him, in front of him, at the side of him. He's not really, my position, my body is not necessarily the key differentiating factor for him to be successful in his weave poles. Chopstyx, and that's probably my fault. Oops. Hello, camera. Can you find me? You can come back to me. All right, we're going to fix this camera quickly, and then we're going to come back. Hold on. That's not what you want to do. Come back. Baby, come back. If you are watching my live streams and you don't like subtle singing, I'm so sorry, but I do that all the time. I do a lot of singing all the time. Okay. We're back. We're back on the Chopstyx weave pullings. I'm going to do this side of the weave pole so I can stay away from the camera. Search. So ready. Weave. Oh my goodness, we can't do it. We can't do it. It's okay. We got this. Ready. Weave. Good. Weave. Come on, come on, come on. See, I'm still luring more. Search. So that means I'm going to be attached to my dog while doing this. It lost the dog again. Maybe I got to get this just to look at me. That's fine. That's fine. Just look at me. It's fine. Ready, search. So because she's looking at me. It's like, what? Okay, ready. Sorry about the camera being kind of weird. Chops. Ready? Yeah, the cookie fell in there. Weave. Oh. So, see, search. So what I'm going to have to do at the show, which I'm not really a big fan of, is chops. Good girl. Oh my goodness, come back. So I'll do this. Good girl. Hey, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Something like that. But what's this telling us? She's not ready. She's not ready. It's okay. I'd like her to be more ready. What we're going to do is we're going to make these a little more slightly offset again, slighter than it was before. Make her a bit more successful, because the more success you put into your reps, because like the criteria I want is I want my dog to not be so focused on me. So if I have to offset these to make that happen, especially during my practice, that's fine. Chopstyx, now you can have it. Here you are. Yes, cookie. You got your cookie. Okay. There we be okay. Ready? Chops. Good girl. What a good girl. Oh, good job. Good job. Search. Good. See if we can get her to focus in. Ready? Good. Good, 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 good. Yes, search. Good job. So less luring for me. It's great. She's still looking a lot at me. Get ahead. Yeah, good girl. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So beautiful work. I'm going to go switch to a different camera. We're going to talk a little bit about what we just saw there. It was amazingness. And that is the fact that, we weren't getting what we quite wanted from the weed poles. We got great offset weed poles. That last one I loved a lot. I almost want to do one more. You guys won't be able to see me work her. Come here. Ready, go. Yes, good girl. Ready, go. Ready, go. I like her driviness. Here. Ready, go. Yeah, such a good girl. Very nice. So again, we're still kind of looking towards me. So I got to fix that. I got to fix the idea that why you're like, why? It looks good. It's fine, Trevor. The dog's doing the weed pulls. Is it? It is and it's not. So what's happening is she is using my body, my hand a lot, my luring a lot to interpret what she needs to do with weed pulls. The problem with that is going to be the roadblock is going to be for me is that if I'm not there, if my dog is behind me or if I'm like behind them and they're having to enter the weed pulls and I'm not there, it's going to cause a problem. So how do we fix this? Similar to what I just told you, showed you, which was just to kind of offset them a little bit, focus on them, getting the reinforcement away from you, doing the search cookies. A big thing I could do right now is I could also have like a treat and train, like a little automatic training feeder or somebody else with a guarding a target. The problem I find with someone else guarding a target down there is that they will sometimes drive towards the person. So you have to be careful about that, that if the person's there, that also is true with the treat and train. So you have to be careful about that. Treat and trains drive the dog behavior towards the end of the poles, which is fantastic. It's coming off of you. You can work on the different angles and the distances and all that stuff. But I got to get my dog to get focused on it. If you have any suggestions or thoughts from that, I mean, this is the whole thing with Doggie Dojo. I've always kind of been honest about this. This is what I've been doing with my dogs. Is it the right way? It's the way I've known and I've been taught and I've learned to do it. Is there a better way? Sure, probably. Yeah. Okay. And so if you want to critique me. It's okay. Don't be afraid to tell me, like, give me some tips and advice. I'm not going to be like, I'm never, ever going to be that type of dog trainer that's going to be like, I am holier than thou. I know more than you. You need to listen to me, bud. That's never going to be the case. If you tell me that I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong. It's okay to be wrong. And we need to kind of accept that. And that's really an important lesson I want to teach y'all right now. And this final little bit of this live stream is it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. It's not sustainable. When you're doing agility, you're going to have a grace period in your beginner classes. You're going to be able to do refusals. You're going to be able to do off courses. You're going to be able to make mistakes, and it's going to be okay. You're still going to come away with the clean run ribbon or a cue or a leg to move on to the next level. But when you get to that master excellent level or that high advanced levels, you have to be flawless in your run. In the essence of your dog can't go off course. They can't have refusals. They can't jump their contacts. They can't knock bars. It has to be flawless. And it's so often I see disheartened agility competitors look around and see everyone else being perfect or flawless with their dogs, and when they make a mistake, the dog was beautiful. They did 90% of their run perfect. Whether you made a mistake or they made a mistake, doesn't matter. You focus on, hyper focus on like the wrong thing you did, and your dog just did some amazing work with you. So for me and Chopstyx's goal this weekend, it's not to be flawless in the essence of making a perfect and clean run. I'm already kind of giving myself some grace in that by going down to preferred. It's going to make me focus in on connection and just having a good old blast with my dog. Start there with your beginning runs. Don't start on trying to be flawless and being perfect, because you might be really good at your practice area or your backyard. Your dog can really listen well in those environments that you're used to and comfortable in, where there's no other dogs or people that they don't know running around them. But when they come to an agility show, mistakes are going to happen. Something for me at Westminster that happened that is disheartening as all get out with my wonderful dog, Sushi, my other French Bulldog. We went to Westminster up in New York. She's a fantastic dog. She's been rocking it. She really did something amazing this year. That is, she had a surgery done on her, a back surgery, and she came back from that surgery better than when she went into it. Of course, because she's pain-free now. And so we were on track to be like one of the most brilliant times of running with her in this sport at Westminster. I was so excited. Because of the surgery, we missed out on enough points to get to invitationals in Orlando. So I was really excited at Westminster. We're running the very first course, having a blast. She's doing really good. She goes into the tunnel, goes in one side, pauses for a second, and then turns out and comes out the same side, meaning she didn't finish the tunnel. She went halfway through-ish or whatever and came back out the end that I told her to go into, starting with. Which incurs a refusal, which means that she faulted, but the rest of her run was fantastic. The rest of her run was brilliant. I don't know why she did that. She doesn't do that. She has mock bars. I have right over here, there's like, 3 or 4 mock bars right here with her ready. She's awesome. And I don't know what it was at first. And so, you know what? My second run, my last run of the Westminster weekend, I just went after it again as best we could. We connected. We did awesome. We just crushed our jumpers course. It was a fun time. Lo and behold, later, I'm finding out that my dog's not the only one that had that problem. Multiple dogs were going in the tunnel and doing some weird stuff. They were going into the tunnel, and I know my dogs particularly, some of our other dogs that were running that weekend, fell and slipped inside the tunnel. And then at finals, one of my great friends was running her Papillon, and her dog went into the tunnel and did the exact same thing Sushi did. Went in, turned around, came back out. I asked her what happened. And guess what? Her dog slipped inside the tunnel. My guess is that without, really being right there, my guess is that Sushi went into that tunnel, slipped, got discombobulated, and came out the wrong end. And that's okay. You can't control everything in your runs. Even if you think you can, you can't. And you have to accept that. You have to know that you're still a great handler. You're still a great dog, mom and dad. Your dog is still a great dog, and you're going to go home with them. And it's going to be good. And the next time you're going to get it. Okay? So that's my little pep talk with you all towards the end of this live stream. I hope that helps you with that, or thinking about going for the very first time to do an agility show. If you have more questions about that, I want to come in here. I don't think it's talked about enough. There's all these little things that are like, oh, I wish I would have known that. And so we're going to talk through them, and we're going to go through it. So let me know what you want me to talk about in the future for dog agility, dog diving, whatever. I'm here for you all. Thank you for being here with me. As always, have some fun with your dogs, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.